Hey guys, what's up? Camp Flippership here. As you can see, I have the Squid Industries Mutalisk here with me. What a bally! This thing is extremely interesting, and namely because this is one of the lightest bell songs I've ever felt in my hands ever. This thing feels extremely like maneuverable. I'm getting right into the review if you haven't noticed. Extremely maneuverable, but yet it's just so agile and light. There are times whenever it feels like it's not easy to move around, but the only reason why it feels that way is just because it's so fucking light. I've never experienced anything like this. Ooh, I apologize for the wind. Oftentimes with ballad songs, you have this situation where you run into these ballad songs that are extremely light, and they feel almost as though they are, their own special kind of thing, because they fall into a class where they don't necessarily flip like anything else. They sort of have their own feel, and so all the skill that you develop flipping them kind of doesn't really transfer over that well. And this ballad song, when I first picked it up, I felt a little bit nervous that it was going to fall into the same category. But as I flip it here, I start to feel like it doesn't fall into that category. It surprisingly has a lot of good feel to it, and it feels very much like a heavier ballad song does. So this might be the very first ballad song that is light that I feel perfectly capable with, and that is that is not a light thing. That's actually something that is very rare in my experience. Now, of course, there's always that vibe that you'll get where you first pick something up and it has that glory and that feel to it that you just never sort of imagined, and then you pick it up again at other times and it doesn't have that ability like it used to. That's always a possibility, but for now, this thing is just so amazing. And I will have to say that, I've never been more impressed by a ballad song upon a first impression probably ever in my flipping career than I am with this thing. And there's not really much else to say as far as a first impression video goes, other than just wow. I can't really hardly say too much else about this thing, just because I don't even know what else to say. This is by and large one of the best ballad songs I've ever flipped in my life, and it's simply gorgeous. The look, Jerry Hom look, and the Squid, how they chose to incorporate their style into it, it's just amazing, and I couldn't really have expected anything more. It is fully exactly what you would expect from the both of them in every possible good way. So yeah, you can see here Jerry Hom, Squid Industries. When I first picked it up, I really misjudged it, man, because all these light ballad songs, they just have that certain feel where I don't like them. I'll tell you, I'm a guy who never liked light ballad songs. This right here is the first one that really takes me to a place of pure absolute enjoyment. This is better than the Knot. This is better than the Kraken. This is better than a lot of stuff that Squid and makes. Now, I've never flipped a Thai basilisk, so I couldn't tell you if it's better than that, but I can tell you right now, this is absolute joy to flip, and I feel absolutely pleasured to have the opportunity to flip this. Totally worth the money. I would say pick one up, man. I'm like totally jumping the gun on this. The maneuverability is great. Every now and then you'll get a point where like it doesn't have, oh my god, this wind. I'm so sorry guys that you have to hear this in the initial review. But it doesn't have, you reach a point every now and then where like it doesn't, the momentum doesn't carry exactly how you expect it to, but it's just because of the lightness. But for the most part, it doesn't happen as much as it does with other light ballast songs. But yeah, whoa. The other thing is you have to be careful with it because the tip is so sharp that you feel scared sometimes getting into certain tricks. But yeah, man, I sing high praises for this thing, just because it's so amazing. So whatever Squid and Jerry Hom were doing when they cooked this shit up is amazing. The best light ballast song out there. Flips better than the Gaboon, flips better than the Knot, flips better than what other light ballast songs are out there. Flips better than like a really light built rep, which I've flipped before. Flips better than a Kraken. Oh my god, it's just this is, if you're somebody who wants a light ballast song, this is like the end all be all of that field. I can't go on yapping too much longer because I'm just saying the same shit over and over again. But this one will surprise you, I really do think. So that's all I really have to say, guys. I hope that this was helpful in getting you to decide to get one or not. There's not really any reviews out there for this, so this will probably be one of the first ones. So I hope that I'm not like misleading anybody. I'm sorry if you end up not liking it, but I loved this ballast song, and the wind is pissing me off. So that's all I have for today. Rock on.